Okay, together. 3,200. Hello. Thank you.
Thank you. Blatt, Kolkata, Market Garden,
Their cat's pretty annoying too. He's just like meow, meow. The one outside the door till they wake up. So I have from when I went to India and then I decided to come here instead. I still have a when I what? Yeah, because it. They just book it. Because every time.
And papaya juice?
Papaya juice.
Yeah.
Sugar?
じゃあもしかして、でも多分そうだね。So you went to Japan?
My friend, lot of friends. Awa, meron lagi.
お店だったらこうがいいのか。それよりうまいっすよ。